I was the only kid who never got to stay. My parents never let me go to sleepovers, not once. It wasn't a suggestion. It was an unshakable law in our household. I grew up in a totally average suburban neighborhood where sleepovers were the social glue of childhood. Every weekend someone was hosting one. But for me, it was always, you can stay until 9 p.m., then we'll pick you up. They had a system. No matter the event or how close we were to the host, one of my parents would show up right at 9 p.m. on the dot, like clockwork. I remember being at my friend Rose's 5th grade birthday party, and my dad literally standing in the living room while the other girls unrolled sleeping bags. Rose's mom tried to convince him to let me stay, even promised to keep a close eye on us. He just gave her that tight-lipped smile and said, family policy. But the worst part wasn't leaving. It was explaining why. Kids would ask why I never stayed, and I'd make up stuff like, I have to feed our dog early tomorrow. We didn't have a dog. Or, I've got swim practice. I couldn't swim. The shame was unreal. I begged, I cried, I even made a PowerPoint once on the social development benefits of peer bonding. Yes, I was that kid. By middle school, the invites started drying up. Why invite the girl who always has to leave? I'd see Instagram stories the next morning, everyone in pajamas, laughing over pancakes, and it hurt in a way I couldn't really explain. Eventually, I started turning down party invites altogether. Not going felt better than walking away. The weird thing, my parents weren't even that strict otherwise. I could watch PG-13 movies, wear what I wanted, hang out with friends, just no sleepovers, ever. That was the line. It wasn't until I was 16 in the middle of a massive screaming match that my mom finally told me why. Through tears, she told me about a sleepover she went to when she was 12. Her friend Kathy's older brother and his friend had been drinking. They came into the room where the girls were sleeping. Nothing happened to my mom, but one of the other girls wasn't so lucky. She said she never told anyone until years later and had carried the guilt ever since. She made a vow that night her daughter would never be in that kind of situation. And for the first time, I got it. But I was still angry. Her trauma had become my burden. I wasn't allowed to have normal experiences because of something that happened decades before I was born. Years later, at 23, I finally had a full conversation with both my parents. I told them I knew they were trying to protect me, but their fear had shaped my childhood in ways they couldn't see. I struggled to navigate social dynamics because I'd always been the one standing on the outside, going home early. My dad cried, only the second or third time I'd ever seen him do that. He said they'd probably gone too far, but the idea of something happening to me under someone else's roof had been more terrifying than anything else.